love it.
I know, it's so cute. Apparently they did not plan the Mary Mary.
Yeah, we do that a lot.
We're like, yeah, we just have this wavelength. We didn't even realize the other day that we have like almost the same glasses we bought. We weren't together. So it's just, we spend more time together than we do with our husbands most of the time.
Yeah.
So we're just kind of on that same wavelength.
I love that. And also Mel, sorry Zena, but Mel got the Flannel Friday memo.
Yeah.
Mary Tatum.
I know. Speaking of wavelengths, I know.
I love it. That's awesome.
This is her kid, her teenage son's shirt.
His old one. I'm like, I'm just gonna tie up on the sides and be real cute.
Oh, that is adorable.
I love that.
Well, speaking of cute, Mary Cheatham and I have been commenting on how adorable your workshop is, where you guys are right now. And yeah, I think you guys just moved into that recently, right?
We did. We actually have upgraded our space. We moved into a new house in February, and we moved out of the garage where we were working for the last year. And we now have a workshop that's about 3 times the size with a massive walk-in cooler. So we don't have to squeeze through the space anymore. And my poor husband got his workshop back. So we all have our own space here now.
I love that. I love that.
That's very important. Well, so I bet folks are hopping on and joining us, and y'all are probably curious and wondering, we are getting a jump on the season, peeps. We really are. We're thrilled because we've got Mel and Zena here with us today. They own a business that's called Not a Second Thought. They essentially worked together in event planning for another local company, and then years ago decided that it was time to start their own. So really a cool thing. Mel heads up the floral arranging part of the business, and they plan any sort of, plan and coordinate events. So lots and lots of weddings on y'all's books, I understand. And for right now, what we're going to focus on is they're going to lead us through some holiday arranging. So guys, before we dive in and y'all start your kind of your demonstration and showing us how to do it, tell us, is there anything else you really want us to know about your business? I think it is so cool. I know you guys are amazing at what you do. And I love that y'all are local and right here for anybody that's planning any sort of an event on the Crystal Coast, right?
Yes. We work all over. I mean, honestly, we do a little bit of traveling too. We've gone to the Outer Banks, up towards New Bern and down towards Wilmington, but our focus really is here locally. We do a lot of weddings from Emerald Isle down towards Beaufort. And we love it. It's great.
That's so cool.
I would say events are booking faster than they ever really have before, further in advance. With the COVID kind of threw a kink in things, we've had to reschedule a lot of events from this year to next year's calendar. So already our 2021 calendar is pretty full. We have just a few dates open, and that's probably the trend for most of the vendors here locally. So my one piece of advice would be if you're planning a 2021 event, don't wait. Go ahead and reach out to those vendors soon.
Golly, I'm not crazy, y'all. I mean, yeah, but it makes perfect sense. That makes perfect sense. And speaking of calendars and events, you guys have a wreath making workshop that's coming up, right? That folks can actually attend, and that's a live event.
It is.
And can you tell us where that's going to be and how to sign up for it?
Sure. So we did one last year and it was a huge hit. Actually, I think we did more than one workshop. We try to do a couple of seasonal things. So we do a holiday workshop, and then we did a Galentine's event last year. So all the ladies had like a ladies' night. And this year we're going to do another wreath class at Carolina Home and Garden on December the 2nd at 6 p.m. We're almost sold out. I think honestly we have maybe 3 spots left. So if people want to check out a little bit of information, it's on our Instagram and on our Facebook page also. So it's just Not a Second Thought on Facebook and Instagram, and you can purchase tickets and read about the information. But yeah, it's a live event. Mel leads everybody through step-by-step how to make a holiday wreath using all fresh products that'll last through the season. And it's fun. It's hands-on. It's a little bit of mingling with friends, and it's a good time.
Wine.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
That's so cool. That's awesome. I love that. And Mel, I know, Mel, you're so talented. You're so talented. Okay, well, let's dive in. I'm excited. I'm excited. Yeah.
Okay. So we specifically wanted to make sure that we found things from, I guess, sources that you can find outside in your yard, actually. all of this came from my friend's yard yesterday. And then also some of this you can find, Harris Teeter and Lowe's Hardware and Lowe's Foods is also putting some of this stuff out right now. They're getting ready to around the holiday season. And then also local places like Carolina Home and Garden, which we obviously love, we're there a lot. They have, and other local nurseries have a lot of this stuff kind of hanging out, and you can clip or even buy your own like cedar and things like that. So I'll start off and I'll just kind of talk real quick about what I chose. So this is a lot, you may see a lot in people's yards. This is called Port Orford Cedar. Grows really tall, trim it off. It's really cool and fun. It's got a lot of good texture. And then obviously we all know nice magnolia right there. That is everywhere. And then rosemary. I like to use rosemary, one, because it's got great texture, two, because it smells so good.
Yes.
In arrangement. And then I have a Japanese holly, which this one doesn't have any berries, but I do have some red I'm getting ready to show you. And that's really great for a texture and a little holiday look as well. Yeah. And then I have, because we are land of the pine, I have loblolly pine, and obviously we can find that everywhere too. And then the last thing, it's called Firethorn, and this one's like Scarlet Firethorn, and I'll show that. And it's really pretty, and it pretty much stays red. You can have orange, but you see a lot red here locally. It'll stay red all winter long, and it's really pretty for like that red holiday touch.
Yeah.
Zena has started me off already. So what we typically start to do at first thing, obviously add water. Base source. I know Zena want to touch real quick on where they can get this.
Yeah, I mean, this time of year is the best time to buy pretty and festive dishes, and think outside of the box. You don't have to use a vase. You can use a bowl out of the kitchen section of Home Goods or TJ Maxx that's pretty, that has high enough size. Or you can use an old teapot, or you can, use whatever you have around the house, or TJ Maxx, Home Goods, places like Hobby Lobby and Michael's actually have really cute containers, and you can reuse them. So we buy a couple that we like to use for this, and then we just keep them.
Just get creative with it. Side note, during COVID, when we were stuck in our homes, I used a large black serving dish to create an arrangement because I really just needed to be creative, and I needed to help my brain out a little during all that.
That was beautiful.
Thanks. And then tape. So Zena's created a tape grid. I don't know if anybody can see it. I'm going to try to like hold it out without spilling our water out. Basically have a grid here, 3 and 3 across. We get this in bulk, obviously, but you can also find this Hobby Lobby.
Hobby Lobby has
Michael's.
It's like green duct tape, to be honest. It's just strips.
Yeah.
And if you create this grid form here, it just helps everything kind of have a support system to stand up and not just flop over the sides of your dish.
That's genius.
Brilliant. Yeah.
Fill it about halfway with water. That'll give you some weight to it in case you have like kitties that might knock something off the table. So what I like to start with is our base. So the greenery, I know I showed all you guys, I have stripped the greens so that way it can fit really well into the bowl without too much of the greenery sitting in the water, because it'll start to get smelly after a little while if you leave it. And you want a nice clean, I like to try to keep things clean because I'm a little OCD with things.
Yeah.
Mechanic. So what I typically probably would start out with to give me like a nice base, and that would be our Magnolia. And so clippers also, we forgot to mention that just because it's our another appendage.
Yep.
Right.
You can also get, we really like the Fiskars. You can get those at Walmart
And
Lowe's Hardware. Again, Carolina Home and Garden's got them too, back in the garden section. So a good rule of thumb is make sure, can everybody see this?
Yeah, we can see it. I can see it. Right. Yeah.
The rule of thumb is you can stand this up about right next to the bowl, and you can kind of see how far you want this hanging over. I want it hanging a little bit closer to the lip of the bowl. So I'm going to trim just maybe like an inch off the bottom here. Okay. And I'm going to go in at an angle. So I kind of went in at like angly that way.
Right.
This will kind of line the bottom. So basically this is what we like to call the bones, which these nice thick stems will help hold whatever else you're putting in. So basically it's kind of holding itself all together. We have a little turny thing, so that's really nice.
That is really nice.
Mel,
Together.
As you put are you putting everything in at an angle? Is that what you're going to continue to do, or is that just for the bigger?
Angle it in like that, so it's creating that crisscross pattern. Therefore, things fold better. Here, let me grab those real quick.
So I would have thought to like put them in straight because there's a grid. I would put the stems in straight. It makes
I know, I would too. I
that
totally
they wouldn't
agree.
stay. I mean, that's so smart. Okay.
So what I'll continue to do, yeah, is just keep angling it in.
Okay.
And I'll turn it. And the reason we have these little turny guides, I say it's like a little lazy Susan. I say turny guides, but they will also help us in the wedding world creating a nice consistent arrangement on all sides, because a lot of arrangements we do for weddings are in the center of a table, and everybody is going to see the whole thing. So you don't want a beautiful side and a not so beautiful side.
Sure.
Right.
So I'm going to stick that guy right in the middle. And these, what I love about the magnolia leaves is they're so large and they kind of do their own thing. So they really fill a lot of space easily. Let's see, next.
Why does it already look cute?
I know.
And let's see, and then I'll go in with some cedar. I like things to kind of hang over the side. That'll also cover that little piece of grid tape that Zena did at the end. Just kind of turning it around. And then you can create lines with things.
Yeah.
And you can also make something that's not so larger.
Yeah.
More dramatic on your table.
I mean, Mel, I swear to you, as you're doing this, I'm almost feeling like I would be capable of doing this. I mean, it's like the jury's still out, but I mean, this is.
You can totally do it.
I feel inspired. I feel like you're making this accessible.
Very good.
Do this. And if you ever have any questions, feel free to hit us up on Instagram, because we will gladly walk you through something if you need to be talked off the ledge with doing something you're not quite working out.
And Mel will respond with a voice message. She will talk you through it.
We'll audio you through it.
Not me.
Not Zena. She'll text. I'll audio through that. So we're already kind of creating a circle where things are kind of laying out. You see a lot of different tones too of green, which I love during the holidays.
Absolutely.
Tones and textures are important to us. That carries on into the wedding world as well. I feel like we don't like the same color of one thing. Right. Better dimension with tones and texture.
God, and it has so much life to it. Let me ask you this. Once you're done with this, let's say, that someone were to make this, and will it last? I know y'all mentioned earlier, it lasts for a while. Do you have to change the water? Is there any maintenance?
Yeah, we recommend changing the water weekly.
Okay.
And then honestly, if you have a spritz bottle, same with the wreath. When a wreath is hanging on the front door, it gets dry from sun and constant air in and out of the door. So we recommend spritzing it weekly. It's kind of same with your house plants. I don't know if you're house plant obsessed. I'm house plant obsessed. So I have to spritz them all. My husband thinks I'm crazy, so do my kids. But you know what? Now I see them all with squirt bottles spritzing my plants. So they're on board. And same thing. So change the water. It's kind of its source of food, through the holiday season. Change it weekly, spritz it weekly, you'll be good to go.
And evergreens are very hardy.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why you can make this and it will stay on your table throughout the holidays. Same thing like with the wreaths. Evergreen's great. We love it when we have brides who want evergreens in their tones.
And truthfully, that's one of the reasons we branched out into floral in general. We had plenty on our plates. We were busy enough just being wedding planners and coordinators, but we, kept getting clients that were coming to us with these ideas for designs. And we were kind of struggling to find a good match for them for a floral designer that's local. We have wonderful floral designers in our area already. They're very talented. A lot of them hone in on one style and kind of stick to that. And we kind of wanted to be the ones that thought outside of the box. So people come to us, generally it's the ones that want large installations or, lots of a greenery backdrop wall or some pompous or things of that nature. So we don't do anything small, I'll be honest. Mel, I have to rein her in every week when she's making a bouquet and I'm like, too big. It's like, 4 foot wide. We actually had a bride a couple weeks ago. I love big, but please don't go 4 foot wide. So, we like to do big and different. So that's kind of our vibe, honestly.
I love that.
Cool. That is so cool.
Yeah.
So I've got Sorry, I'll go ahead. Right in the middle, I like to put a big, nice full piece and something that gives it a little bit more height.
Cute.
It's not too high, because if this is going to be sitting at your centerpiece of your table of your dining room, you don't want it here when someone is trying to look, having to like around it. Same thing with weddings. We really try to keep it in a nice height zone.
Yep.
It looks pretty.
So right now you've got Magnolia in there and you have the Cedar in there.
Yeah, so I have the Magnolia so far, and then I have the Port Orford Cedar. And you can also use, another thing we like to use is juniper, which is also everywhere.
Cute.
There's other types of cedar in our area as well. You can use Port Orford, is just got more of the longer, thinner, more elongated branches.
Sure.
Any cedar will work. Any juniper will work. Rosemary, I'm getting ready to stick that in.
Cute.
Scent and some more texture and some more,
Cool.
more height. I love tall, big, like Zena just said.
I can't wait to see it with, I mean, the rosemary in there, but when you put the red in, I'm on the edge.
I know, me too.
The red will be great. Yes, definitely.
Wow.
And for the class, like the workshop class, we order and we get in a lot of different varieties of greens. So no one's wreath looks the same.
Sure.
And everyone kind of gets the choice of if they want to go big or if they want to go simple, traditional. We also offer some bleach product like bleached ruscus and bleached ostrich fern and things like that in case anybody wants to add anything fun in for texture, hand palms. So not everyone likes that stuff, but we do offer it in case they want to add a little special touch.
Something I'm gonna add just a little bit differently, but that actually will tie it in to us because we're here coastally, is some dried sea oat. I know, yeah, so it'll kind of give that little North Carolina feel. You can get these, I think you can get these at Hobby Lobby. You can. I'm pretty sure I've seen them at Hobby Lobby. So it's just dried. I mean, I've been known to maybe sniff a few off the June lines too. When I need, only when I need to, but nothing too, I don't go wild, but we buy a lot of our dry products ourselves. So a little bit of holly, we're gonna stick that in there. And Mary Tatum King, you had touched earlier about if I'm making this look to where you can do it. And I want to throw back to when you cut Walter's hair.
I was just thinking that.
If you can cut that child's hair and it looked wonderful, then
oh my God.
Yes. It looks
just thinking
that is so funny. That was a time. That is a testament to Christina Johnner. I mean, I don't know how she did that.
Which we
all
all
know that I accidentally snipped his ear a little tiny bit.
You did so good. You snipped his ear.
I did. I really did. Yeah.
The outcome was great. You inspired me to cut Julian's hair. That didn't turn out so great. I thought,
was like, no.
And I said, I can do it. And I immediately messaged Christina and said, please help my child's hair.
Adorable.
It was not good, but you got this. I know you can do this. So now I put a few pieces of holly in there.
Gosh, it looks so good.
Holly, it's really pointy, so I didn't get too crazy with it. I just, just a little texture, and it does have a deeper, it does smell really good. It does have that deeper toned.
Yes. So, I really love the shades of green.
Me too.
Oh, it looks so good. It looks so good.
Thanks. And then with our pine, because we are the land of the pine folk, the Old North State, let's get that in there. And honestly, I like the way pine smells as well.
This all smells really good right now. I'm gonna be honest.
Oh, I bet it smells great.
So good.
So if you go down to Beaufort in the Christmas light candlelight tour, historically, people back then would use the pine to make pine garland, and it's so pretty and it smells so good. And so I think that's what I'm going to do this year, is make a pine garland for the house, for the mantle.
Yes.
It smells great.
Well, so guys, as y'all are putting, as you're finishing this, and I assume after the pine, you're going to add the
berries,
the red berries. Okay. So as you're doing this, y'all, as Mel is still working, y'all tell us, because we always like to ask our guests this, what is saving your life right now?
Yeah, I'm curious.
You go first. Me? Yeah, what's saving your life right now?
Multiple things. Zena for one of them, my husband another one. I guess in the morning, the first thing that would be good for me is a cup of coffee. Or I would say I've been on this big Herbalife kick. Rise and Shine in Morehead City has been my staple, my Beauty Boost shot. And then and then my tea, mega tea, which has been replacing the coffee here lately.
I love that. And what a good small business shout out. That's so good. Rise and Shine Nutrition in Moorhead. Okay, awesome.
She brought me
That's
a collagen
really good, Mel.
I was like, a collagen shot? What's a collagen?
Yeah.
I was like thinking like, we're gonna get some fillers. And she
Yeah.
no, like you drink it.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, so Zena, how about you? What's saving your life?
So I would not be doing my husband any justice if I didn't give him a shout out. He really does a lot for both of us.
Yes.
I mean, he's driving right now 3 hours to pick up our flowers. He drives weekly to pick up our product for us. He does all of our heavy lifting in our building. He brings us lunch. Like, honestly, he really does a lot for us. So I have to shout him out. And then, I do enjoy my cup of coffee in the morning to get me going and a good glass of wine at night to wind down.
Yes, girl.
And some junk TV. I'll be honest, I veg out at night because I stay up late and I love like Below Deck and like really cool TV shows. But it's like mindless TV really does a lot for me. So a few things saving me right now.
That's good. Those are some really good things. That's really good.
I know.
We all work really hard together as a team, and it's been a good year for us, even though it's been weird. And another saving grace is I have a great team. We started out with just the two of us. I have 7 employees now that are wonderful, and they all are great in their own way, and they all do their own thing for us, and we're thankful for it.
That's awesome.
That's so cool. We love that. We love a team.
So I went ahead and stuck the sea oats in while you guys were chatting. And again, I was measuring. Another thing is once it started getting really full like this, you're going to go in and you might get hit with like another stem or branch or anything. Just do the twisting method. Twisting it gently in, and this works really well with flowers because flowers can snap easily. Twisting as you're going in, because that will help wiggle its way on into the.
Okay. That's a great tip.
So I did, and I'm a 3s and 5s girls. Well, obviously with something like this, we can just put a lot of different product in. I usually work in 3s and 5s with things. So I think I have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 sea oats. So you've got kind of all around, and then you've got a big center point. So next,
Berry time.
we'll have our berry. So these guys are great because they really hang naturally like
Yes.
this.
God, they're so pretty.
Yeah, I'm gonna kind of put it between the 2 sea oats, and that's just my design. I'll take a look at something and I'm like, that doesn't work, and I'll pull it out, or it really has to make sense to me aesthetically. If it doesn't look right to me, you can always pull it out gently and then reposition.
Okay.
Yeah. And
Oh
so
my gosh, it
kind
looks so good.
in between here.
And this year we actually we've offered wreaths and garlands for purchase for the holidays as well, and then small centerpieces. So like the Country Club of the Crystal Coast has purchased 20 of these to live on their tables throughout the holiday season. So they're there for their holiday parties.
Awesome.
We'll be whipping those up next week after Thanksgiving, and yeah, we're pretty excited.
That's great. So Zena, on that note, if somebody's watching this and they think, man, Mel has inspired me to do it, but I'd really like for her to do it. So we can order centerpieces from you guys. Okay. And what's the best way to do that? Just to visit your Instagram or Facebook page, and then, okay.
Yep. And then shoot us an email if you want. I mean, our email's listed on there. Our phone numbers are on there. We're always connected, either social media or our cell phones are not far away. So, I mean, you can definitely get in touch with us pretty easily. And then, we'll whip something up for you and you can pick it up, or we'll deliver it to you.
So cool.
Yeah.
Man.
Mel.
Zena and Mel, you guys are amazing.
There we go, girls. Something else that we could suggest, we even considered putting in today, that we have a lot of in our area, and that's pampas bloom.
I have one in my backyard.
Yes. Hey, how big? We might need to come and trim it for you.
You can come trim it anytime.
But the pampas bloom is great.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. The only thing that we highly recommend, and Zena actually she's going to bust out what we do.
Hairspray.
Hairspray.
Because it sheds like crazy.
It
So
will
if you
shed.
are going to use this in your house, spray it with some good old cheap hairspray and
Okay.
every 6 months, and you won't have a shedding problem.
Yep, because this right here is good to go. We wave it around. This
See,
is gonna
no
go
shed.
for a wedding this weekend, so she's been outside all day yesterday just spraying it all down.
That's so cool. This is awesome. I love this. This is so cool.
And actually these little guys, these little
Yeah, they're fun.
These guys are fun too. So I mean, it's really all about.
I mean, people use pomegranates. They, they come on a stem. You can order. You can put all kinds of fun stuff in here. And
This is awesome.
It really is cool. And I think starting with the grid is my biggest takeaway.
Yeah.
Yes, the grid.
And then also, and Mel, I love too that you've shown that, if you put something in a place and it doesn't look good, just back it out. Start over again.
Absolutely. Reposition it. We do that all the time. I mean, even this little dried fan palm guy, it's really all about your personal preference and your style.
Hope that people make things, and if they do, tag us because we want to see.
Yes, absolutely. I love that.
And again, it's not with a K, like not a second thought. Yes, they're awesome on Instagram and Facebook and very responsive if you have questions through direct message or comments or anything like that. But you guys are certainly two very talented people who we're very lucky to have here and lucky to call you guys friends. So thank you guys for joining us today and for showing us how to make this awesome arrangement. You guys are awesome.
Thank you, Mel and Zena. You guys are awesome. Mary. Thank you.
Happy holidays, everybody.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.
Oh my gosh, they're so
That was
cute.
so cool.
Okay,
That was awesome.
I'm
That
gonna
was so
go
cool.
stomp around my neighbor's yard after dark and clip some.
That is the truth. That's the truth. Absolutely. I love that.
I do
love that.
too.
Collect some specimen.
It's really cute.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's dive right into a few things on our gift guide since we are kind of, going through a little piece of this every week. I'm so excited.
I am too.
So, yeah. So, what's the first thing we're going to talk about?
So there are 5 items in this category, and this category, again, from our magazine, we have 8 different categories, and this one is gifts that make you stronger. So kind of the concept behind this category was things that can make you physically stronger or mentally stronger. So the first thing that we want to touch on is actually from All About Skin by Karen. We love Karen, of course, and we've featured her before in our gift guide, but this year something new that she has is the sound bar. Have you done the sound bar yet? You
know what? I'm so embarrassed to say that I have not because I'm dying to do it. I mean, it's just so cool that you go in and you sit right and you put on the headphones and is it like a guided meditation and some of it music?
So Karen actually records some of her own guided meditations, which is awesome. And then also some, it's something about the hertz, which is the decibels, or I don't know a lot about it, but Karen, like you can come in with, if you're feeling anxious or if you're feeling tired or feeling overwhelmed, there's a certain megahertz
frequency or
frequency, exactly, that can almost take you out of that feeling, which is a really neat concept.
I'm gonna do that. I need you to hold me accountable to that. I really am gonna do that. And All About Skin by Karen, she's moved. She was in downtown Moorhead, and now she is in the shopping center with Tassels and Ann Page and James and all that those great shops, McQueen's. So she's right in there. I love that.
And you can find her pricing and schedule and everything like that on her website, allaboutskinbykaren.com, or you can just stop in. They have someone up at the front desk working every day but Wednesday, I think.
Gotta do that.
Yeah. Okay. So number 2, you have a pair of these, but these are from AB Surf Shop, the On running shoes, the On Cloud. Am I saying that right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Can you explain how much you love them?
I absolutely love them. I really do. And I've had mine. I mean, I've had mine for a while and I still love them just as much as I did when I got them.
Yeah.
I have the pink ones and I just love them. They're so comfortable. And I know there are some that are a lower profile. I have the On Cloud, but I love the fact that you can get them at AB. So they've got a great, kind of supply there of different ones that you can choose from. And I know they can get you the ones that you want if they don't have them in stock. So that's a great running shoe. It's a great, just kind of around town, not just for exercise. I wear them all the time.
Yeah, they're cute. I love them.
They're awesome. That's a great gift.
It really is. Yeah. Now number 3 comes from our friends at the Downtown Bar, and it's kind of a 2-parter. So, of course, they offer heated yoga classes, they offer bar classes and things of that nature to strengthen your body, or strengthen your mind. I think exercising can really help do both at the same time.
Yes,
but also this year, I think it was January or February, they started carrying Lululemon. So you can go into the Downtown Bar storefront from 10 to 3 every day, and you can go purchase some Lululemon products, which are awesome. So we featured some of those in our magazine. And also we have 4 MCKRE team members who are instructors at the downtown bar.
How
So
cool is that?
yeah,
I love
so
that.
Annie, Andy, Brittany, and I all teach different things at the downtown bar and absolutely love it there. So it's a great
I think
place.
that's so cool.
Okay.
And the classes, I mean, gift certificates, the classes are awesome for anybody. I mean, you know, regardless of fitness level, they've got something for everybody. And then the Lululemon, I would say the same. I mean, I know Sally, who's 13, loves it. I think, you know, that it would be a great gift for my mom. They've got the cutest jackets and it just feels good.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, everything they have it just feels really good. It's great quality.
And they get new products every couple weeks. So each time you go in, things are probably going to be a little bit newer and different.
And when I go in there, I feel like I want everything that's in there.
It's dangerous. Every Sunday when I go teach, I just have to kind of put my blinders on and not buy everything in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then number 4, it comes from So and So Boutique, who we have talked about recently, but they have a really great selection of the Corksicle and the Brewmates, the little water bottles. So I think we always think of those stainless steel wine tumblers and things like that, but they also have really awesome things to keep you hydrated throughout the day.
Yeah, that is such a fun present. That's something great to put in someone's stocking.
Yeah.
I don't know. I love those. I feel like you can never have enough vessels for water.
I agree. And somehow
I'm a sucker for them.
Me too. And it's a pretty smart thing to carry in the store because I always tend to leave them wherever I am. So I have to go buy a new one. So I'm always purchasing new water bottles.
Yeah,
Yep.
That's so true.
And then our 5th and final gift option that we included in our gift guide is performance zone classes with Grant Kelly, which a lot of our team participates in. And we love kind of strengthening our bodies and pushing ourselves with Grant, which is it's a really fun thing. And you do the classes frequently.
I do. I really like, and my kids actually do the performance zone classes also. So they've got them starting with kids, elementary school, then they've got middle school and then high school, and then they've got adult classes. And so you can choose the times that you want to go to them. And I really, it's you know, Grant's performance zone is attached to the sports center.
Mhm.
I think that's important for folks to know, but he's on Facebook. It's a great way to communicate with him and a great way to check out kind of what the offerings are. But I would say, again, just like the downtown bar, that Grant does a really good job kind of meeting you where you are. And he certainly challenges you just like, you know, Anna and Sam and all the girls at downtown bar do. For me, it's just good because, you know, I don't do a lot of weight bearing exercise unless I go to Grant's class. And I know that that's so good, especially as I'm getting older, to make sure that I'm taking care of that. I think that's just a really important thing to do.
Sure.
So,
and you
really
can purchase, and a great gift idea, you can purchase a package. Maybe you purchase a 3-month package for someone who you think would love it, or for your kids or something like that. So yeah, just reach out.
Yeah, and that's important. Yeah, because there you buy by the month.
Mhm.
So not necessarily, or by the session, you know, meaning, you know, the kids classes, I think they come in maybe 2-month increments.
Yep.
But it's great because then you go when at the time frame that works for you for the adult classes, which is nice. You can kind of mix it up. So I really like that.
Agree.
That's a good one. I love gifts that make you strong.
Me too.
These are really good. I love that it's like mental. It's all over health, as far as what those items are.
It really is, and all you can get locally. We love that. Love to see it.
That. And our magazine, speaking of the magazine, I got to put in a little plug for Megan here. You know, I mean, she and Landy and Andy and, you know, the folks on our team just put this magazine together in-house, and it's amazing. And that will be available around small businesses starting now. I mean, you know, I think as of, you know, early next week, we should have it out in places, and we're excited. So if you are not on our mailing list and would like a copy, then just send us a direct message and we'll make sure that we send you a copy of the magazine with the full gift guide in there.
Absolutely. Perfect timing. I mean, I always want to buy my Christmas gifts right after Thanksgiving and get them kind of knocked out before we get too deep into December. So I think right now is a great time to start flipping through and get you some ideas.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. Well, Meg, as we wrap up, what's saving your life this week?
The thing that's saving my life is short and sweet, and it's a clean office. I came in on Sunday, wiped down my desk, organized my drawers, and I feel like a new woman.
That was really smart.
Yeah.
That was really smart. You start out the week strong.
Yeah. What about you?
Well, I'm going with Ted Lasso. Have we talked about this?
Excuse me, what? No.
Okay, good. Ted Lasso is the show on Apple TV. It's Jason Sudeikis. And now I will tell you, there's some innuendo, there's some parts about it that are not totally appropriate. So forgive me, but it's British humor also, so it's hilarious. But basically, it is this woman who goes through a nasty divorce, and she, as part of the settlement, ends up with her husband's beloved British football team, which of course is soccer, right? And so she wants to run it into the ground because she hates her ex-husband. So she hires Ted Lasso from the US, who is a football coach, doesn't know anything about soccer, to come over and coach the team, because the idea is that he'll just ruin it. It is the cutest. There's only one season out. It's like 10 episodes. It's adorable.
Cute. I have not heard that.
Cute.
Where did you say it streams on?
It's on Apple TV.
Apple TV. Okay.
Yeah.
How cute.
I'm telling you, I mean, I have loved it. It's just been a little kind of feel good, albeit mildly inappropriate. Again, I apologize. I feel like people are going to watch it and say, "Why are you trying to watch it?"
Yeah.
But it's so cute. I don't know, if you can handle a little smidge of inappropriateness, it's worth it.
I'm so tickled, and also I'm gonna go run and watch that this weekend. How cute.
Oh my gosh, you will not be sorry. Text me.
I will. Okay, yay. Well, thank you for that recommendation, and thank you for joining me today.
Absolutely. You too. Happy Friday.
Bye, MC.
Bye.